Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that Ace of Swords. This is clarity, okay? I feel like sometimes you can get a little unsure of things, right? We all do. But I feel like right now you're stepping into a period of time where you have this intense clarity. This is like an antenna on the top of your head, that's receiving the divine signal. See, these are rays of light that are coming in to your consciousness, okay? I feel like you have been experiencing more kind of certainty about things lately, more clarity, more intuition. I feel like your inner knowing has been like razor sharp, sharp as a sword here. And I feel like it's something noticeable, right? I think that your intuition has really been on point lately, and I feel like that's an important thing for you to recognize. Because I feel like you're very tapped in right now. I feel like the downloads have been coming faster. Your ability to kind of quiet down the noise and perceive the truth, perceive the light is becoming much greater. You see, this card is all about the sun of consciousness, the light of your consciousness, the clarity, right? Really, it's the divine light coming from your star, right? Which is your kind of inner sun, yeah. And we see that the yellow part of this card is all the kind of chaos and confusion of the mind, okay? But the tip of the sword here has penetrated into outer space. So you are able to kind of get through all that noise, all that static, and really tap into the signal, okay? It's kind of like what I call like a low signal to noise ratio. And you're able to kind of quiet down that stuff and really perceive. Now, I don't know if you meditate or if you pray or if you have a spiritual practice, but right now you're receiving a lot of guidance from the universe, okay? And I think that it's important that you kind of trust in yourself, that you allow yourself to believe in this, okay? Now let's put this card into a little bit of context for some additional clarity and see what's going on with you this week. You see, now we have a Five of Swords. So I feel like sometimes you kind of hesitate. Sometimes you doubt the clarity that's coming in. You have this wonderful connection with the divine, with spirit, with the universe now, receiving all of this intuitive guidance, but sometimes we just think, well, I don't know if I should believe. I don't know if I should trust that. Okay, so I feel like this is really, this is about you trusting yourself and really speaking your truth and not hesitating, okay? So we have the Death card underneath. We have a Lover's card behind you. You have a Hanged Man up above. And, look at that. High Priestess going forward. You're surrounded by divine energy. See, there is a very, very meaningful alignment taking place in your life right now. I want you to claim this reading right now. With that circle of protection, I feel like you're being divinely guided here, okay? And I feel that this is a lot of synchronicity has been happening lately, right? Leave me a comment. Let me know what the most significant synchronicity has been lately, okay? I feel like there's been a lot. Yeah, and I feel like Spirit's really trying to get you to trust yourself. I feel that there is this urging of you to move forward with kind of like, with courage, right? Let's see some fire on the path of the Serpent here. There we got a Four of Wands, very good. We have a Hierophant. We have a 7 of Wands and a 9 of Wands. Yeah, well, I asked and, received with the fire energy. So that's very, very good. I feel like you are stepping into a season where your intuition is razor sharp. It's on point, okay? And you've been experiencing like a sense of almost like deja vu, right? Like kind of a I've been here before kind of feeling, yeah? Especially like surrounding current events and things. And I feel like destiny is kind of repeating itself for you because Spirit wants you to like claim something differently this time. You know what I mean? Your intuition is really leading you. Spirit's really leading you somewhere here. And I think that like the love and the support and the flow of life are going to come to you more when you do speak your truth. There's something that you have to you have to believe in. There's something that you have to acknowledge within yourself and bring it forth, right? It's time to step forward, I think, boldly and allow yourself to shine with no hesitation. Okay. I want you to claim this reading right now. You have really good cards. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here with Tiny Bob Ross right on top. Now, we're not going to look at that happy little card until the very end. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comment section down below. Now, as we look around the room, we see our divine circle of protection with our 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana energies and a Hierophant in the environment. Usually I don't like the Hierophant in the environment, but I think right now it's an important card because I feel like Spirit is really trying to get you to claim something again, like something that, I don't know, it's like Spirit keeps showing you the same kind of scenarios or the same opportunities, the same doors, because Spirit wants you to make a different decision than you've made in the past about that kind of an opportunity, right? It's like destiny repeating itself for you to claim it differently this time. Going forward with this fire, going forward with with knowledge, with self-confidence, believing that you are, capable. Maybe it's like an opportunity that you kind of have been shying away from or saying no to or sort of doubting or questioning yourself. But these two, this is where it really is. The 5 of Swords here is a little bit of self-doubt. It's a little bit of hesitation, about making a decision or speaking your truth or kind of stepping boldly forward in some area of your life, okay? And I feel like this is kind of like it's like a prophecy that you've been trying to ignore or that you've been like, no, you got the wrong person, But Spirit's saying, no, it's you. And it's going to keep coming your way until you kind of answer the call. It's like the owl in Harry Potter, keeps sending the letters. And the old uncle, I forget the name, is the 5 of Swords that keeps trying to block the message, But the message is coming in. I feel like you know what this is. And give me a big yes in the comments if you're ready to accept this call to action or this summons by the universe, by your soul, yeah? And maybe by maybe a Taurus person in your life, possibly. And it may be an opportunity to work with someone that you want to work with but kind of nervous about, or to assert yourself in some way in a place where you kind of feel like you don't really belong, It's almost like you're the student and you're being asked to come up to the front of the class and teach the class, but you're like, no. Spirit wants you to step forward and do that. Now, I don't know if it is literally about that. It could be anything at work, at home, at school, family, friends, pets, plants, people. It doesn't really matter. The idea here is that the 5 of Swords has been blocking you. It's doubt. It's questioning. You get this divine download. Your intuition's telling you something. Spirit's telling you something. You're receiving the signal on your antenna here, okay? And yet there's still that sort of doubt. It's like you're able to perceive the clarity amidst all the noise. Now, you probably do meditate or something like that. Actually, you know what? A big shout out to everybody who meditates while this video is playing. I appreciate all of you, and I see you out there. This is the intuition, and this is the way we sometimes doubt the intuition, or we have to question it, or we say, no, that can't really be right. Okay? Spirit wants you to commit to something. Spirit wants you to say heck yes to something. Spirit wants you to surrender to surrender your ego, really, to believe that this is meant for you. Okay? There's some aspect of your destiny that you've been wanting to claim, but just haven't been claiming it. Okay? Or the opportunity comes around and around again, and it's like, it's I don't know, it's like the merry-go-round, the carousel. It keeps going around and around and around. There's one particular horse, or it's a cat, or it's a goat, or something that you want to get on, a lion. And it keeps coming around, and you're just thinking, well, maybe next time I'll get on. And it comes around again. Now, maybe next time. Okay? It's going to keep coming around until you just take that leap and you jump and you get on. And you hold on tight and you take it wherever it's going, wherever it's taking you, But the five, for the Five of Swords, let's do an affirmation card. This is the Language of Flowers, positive affirmation cards. We don't use these very often, but sometimes when we get a concentration of swords cards, I think it's a good idea. Cooperation. Take the hand offered. Well, guess what the hand is? Spirit. High Priestess. Okay, so that tells me where we're going next. We're going to the High Priestess. The High Priestess is asking you for faith, hope, and trust. Asking you to surrender to the divine light. And that's the divine light. It's inside of you. It's come down through the top of your head, crown chakra, and it's illuminated what your path is supposed to be. Of course, you have that Five of Swords that's saying, nah, I don't know. This is the hand that's being offered you. Spirit wants to guide you forward. The High Priestess, card number 2. What's card number 3 in the tarot? The Empress. The High Priestess is always leading you to your Empress life, best life, Big Rock Candy Mountain, Paradise, Garden of Eden, the Emerald City, is leading you to the good life. Sometimes we have to just kind of trust that, because maybe there's part of us that's a little bit scared, a little bit unsure. The High Priestess has her hands, she's going like this. She's saying, come on, come with me. Come with me. I promise it's going to be okay. All right? I want you to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to take the hand of that High Priestess. Take the hand offered, right? Or ask even. And maybe this is, kind of asking for assistance, asking for guidance, asking for the intuition, asking for Spirit, show me the way. And Spirit saying, I am. You just got to get on the carousel or whatever, right? The thing that the High Priestess really asks is that we put our ego aside, we take our hand, and it's an act of faith. It's an act of trust, taking the hand that's being offered to us. And guess what? That's the Hanged Man, because look at this. The Hanged Man and the High Priestess are literally built to hold hands. Okay? So this, and I don't know, every time I show a close-up of this one, I get in trouble with YouTube because, well, they're not wearing any clothes. But that's okay. We're not that modest here, right? This is art anyway, so I think it's okay. But they're built to hold hands because the High Priestess is asking for your surrender, asking for you to put your ego aside, to put your fears aside, to stop resisting, for one thing, to take the hand. They're literally, we're surrendering to the will of the divine, of your soul, God, Goddess, deity. This is the light that literally is coming off of your star. This is literally starlight, right? I mean, that's what the moonlight is, right? And the High Priestess is full moon, or at least a waxing moon, a widening of the psychic aperture, an opening of the third eye. Okay, reminds me of that, what is that, Pan's Labyrinth, where he's got the eyes on the hand. That's such a wonderful movie. And this is obviously us kind of surrendering, acquiescing to that divine light and saying, okay, I'm choosing to trust it. Okay? And I think that Spirit's asking you to make certain sacrifices in order to move forward. I want you to let me know in the comments what this is about for you. I'd love to hear your story. Okay? Give me a yes in the comments if you're ready. It's going to cost you a lot, it seems. Or at least that's the perception. right? That's kind of like, it's almost like what the message from Spirit actually is. It's saying, look, there's something that you need to surrender to that you're not surrendering to. And so it's kind of like this, we have all this fire over here, which is kind of like a bold forward movement that's going to require a lot of kind of, giving in. So we kind of have like a passive energy and a very active energy over here. And with the High Priestess, I really feel like she's bringing you to something repeatedly, and it's like you've been here before. I feel like that's what I keep hearing from Spirit, that you keep having that kind of like message or that kind of thought that's saying, God, I've been here before. So tell me in the comments, where are you that you kind of feel like you've been here before? Okay? I'd like to know. And again, give me a big yes in the comments if you're ready to lock this in. Subscribe to the channel. Okay. It's time to take the hand of the High Priestess. And you know what else is? We have the Lover's card back here too. So one of the other divine forces in your life is going to be this sort of union, this soul level union that's saying yes to something. Like there is something that you know you have to say yes to. But I think maybe you're looking at the cost of saying yes. Even though your intuition is saying do it, take the hand, that's being offered to you, move forward with courage, move forward with strength, move forward with, valor. Yeah, complete the electrical circuit of creation here and do it. This is the card of heck yes. Okay, and I feel that this is something that you really truly want to say yes to, but every time it sort of comes around, I think there's a hesitation. Okay. Right now you're getting a lot of synchronicities, a lot of weird things have been happening, right? And I think you've always had a strong connection with the divine or with with Spirit or with the other side or something like that. You're probably a bit of a medium or even a channel, or you at least do some divination on your own. You have some kind of a real psychic connection, okay? But I think there's, it's so intense right now that it kind of almost makes you a little bit well, wait a minute, something's weird here. Almost makes you more skeptical the more it happens. When it's just a little bit here and there, it's okay, I believe that. But then when it's all the time, every day, you're okay, come on now. Am I being punked or something, or what's going on here? Anyway, the Lover's card in the background here, this is not about romance. This is about a soul level choice. I wonder if this is even a type of soul contract that has been, something that your soul has committed to ages ago, aeons ago, right? Lifetimes ago. That is still it keeps coming around because it's waiting for you to consciously accept this and step into this role and kind of, surrender to it. Okay? Because this is in the past, this card. It's back here behind you. And so I feel that, maybe this is something that you've already agreed to. Now, I don't know if you believe in soul contracts or anything. We don't have to get too metaphysical here. This could be something that you promised your buddy a few years ago or last week, and now that it's actually time to, to get it done, you're well, I don't know if I want to. We all have that kind of experience when you're having a really good day. Somebody asks you if you want to make some plans for a month from now, and you say, yeah, let's go, let's do it. A month from now, let's go do that thing. And then that day rolls around and you're oh gosh, I don't really want to do it. We've all been there, right? Especially during the holidays and things. And we're kind of heading into that holiday season now. I guess, maybe I'm a little early. I like to rush through summer and get back to autumn and winter. I love the autumn and winter holidays. They're my favorite. I'm already dressed like a pumpkin, so I'm ready for Halloween. The Lover's card, though, is that commitment, though. Okay, we sort of married ourselves to something or someone, and we have to now kind of move forward into that realm. We have to get on that path. Okay, and so I think it's something that your soul really does want you to kind of complete. Okay, some aspect of your destiny that needs to be completed. Of course, we have the card of completion over here. So I think we're moving in the right direction. you're moving forward despite the fact that you have some doubts and some hesitation. Okay? And Spirit wants you to move forward and speak whatever this truth is. Speak your truth, right? Live your truth. Embody that truth boldly, right? Moving into this fiery, confident energy. It's really time for you to step forward and shine, right? Without hesitation. The Death card underneath, maybe this is the soul contract, past life stuff, okay? If you resonate with that sort of idea, I believe that I believe in that, okay? Doesn't mean you have to, of course, and I don't know for sure, right? But I feel that there is something kind of long-term going here, not just like last few years, but like made like cosmic time, okay? I also feel that with the Death card kind of under the surface for you, it feels like there's something in you that is ready to step forward. There's kind of a skin that needs to be shed, okay? And we're kind of hesitating to shed that skin because, well, if we have the Hanged Man up here, it's kind of like, you know, it's going to be a sad day. We have to sort of release all of this old energy or release who we were. I don't think we're releasing the Lover's card. I feel like this is more on the horizontal path here, but in the spiritual realm, it does look like there's some transformation. This is a step of evolution for you, kind of stepping into your true self in a way. But it's requiring that you sort of let go and sort of surrender some of the other energies that have been maybe holding you back from fully becoming who you're meant to become. Yeah. And I think that you're ready to step forward. This is a card of slow, gradual change over the course of time. This is the nature of nature. This is the fundamental force of the universe. It's change. It's called death, but it's just called that to be dramatic, right? It's the Death card. It's really the card of change, or the card of birth, or the card of rebirth, the card of transformation, evolution, and metamorphosis. It's the fundamental force of nature. And it really is this part of you inside that knows, like, can't stay the same. I've got to keep going. I've got to change. So what's the hesitation, right? Why are you holding yourself back a little bit? Yeah. I want you to subscribe to the channel. I want you to tell me why you're hesitating, right? What is it that you feel like you have to let go of and that we're sort of clinging to? Because anytime we have a 5, we're sort of start expecting a 4. And, well, we have a 4 of wands, so there we have that connection. But I feel like this is kind of indicating that we know change needs to happen. There's something that we're holding tight. I don't want to bend the cards. Something that we're gripping tight. Okay? And we need to let go of something so we can be free to then take the hand of the High Priestess. If your hand is clutching something, it kind of makes it difficult for someone to hold your hand, right? It's like, kind of let me in there. You have to let go of the thing so that you can take, it's kind of like an Indiana Jones movie or something, right? If you're clinging to the treasure or clinging to what you had before, he's like, you gotta let go if you want to, move forward. So it's kind of like you're in that kind of a pickle. I can't remember what movie that's from, but you're in that pickle where you're holding on to something, but you're not going to make it through this labyrinth if you cling to it. You got to let go so you can take the hand that's trying to help you. Okay, so it's really that kind of moment of choice. Yeah. I want you to claim this right now. I think you're ready for this. I think you know that this is a very necessary step in your evolution, in your growth. I think that it's kind of time to, it's time to accelerate things in a way. And I feel like there is like a lot of love and a lot of support that's coming into your life as you sort of take the initiative to move forward, as you speak your truth or you embody your truth, whatever that is, whatever your intuition is telling you. Okay. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's watching these videos from a country outside of the U.S. Welcome. Thank you for joining us here. Thanks for being part of the community. Okay. Let's keep going, yeah? Path of the Serpent. We're going to talk about these cards. The 4 of Wands is your general energy. This is you knowing that sort of, completing this electrical circuit, kind of joining hands, High Priestess and Hanged Man, joining hands, completing that electrical current, that electrical circuit, is going to increase all of the good things in your life. Okay? This is a Venus in Aries card. So I feel like this is you knowing that a lot of good things are going to come through this choice, through surrendering and giving up this resistance and moving forward in whatever this is, at work, at home, at school, a relationship of some kind, whatever it is. This is about you getting on the roller coaster. Yeah. And I think that this is you knowing that it's going to be a wild ride. It's going to have ups and downs and twists and turns, but it ultimately is for your benefit. And I feel like that's what your intuition has been telling you. It's kind of been whispering to you, move forward here. Okay? Take the hand of the High Priestess. It's going to be better for you. This is for your highest and ultimate good. Okay? It's kind of like your soul is whispering to you, it's going to be okay. It's going to be a roller coaster, but it's going to be okay. It's going to take you where you're supposed to go in life. And so it's kind of like Spirit's waiting for you to claim your destiny. Yeah, waiting for you to claim your destiny. And the Four of Wands is that sort of, it's that card of, a welcome home. It's also a card of a bon voyage. So it's kind of saying that where you are right now in your life is not like permanent, this is it, no more changes, this is where we're going to stay forever. No. Any of the fours of the tarot really are a lesson in impermanence. It's kind of like saying you set up shop right now in your life, but you're not meant to stay here forever. In some fashion, maybe, and I mean, not necessarily like your house or your job or something, right? Or your relationship. But wherever you are in your life energetically, you're not meant to just lock it in and stay there. This is a campfire. Okay? This is this is where you're just staying for the night in your journey. You find a nice flat space kind of protected from the wind or something, and, you gather some stones, you make a little ring. You make a little a fire ring, and you get some branches, some wood, right? And you get some kindling, dried leaves and stuff. You stack everything up, you light the fire. And it's burning bright. And it's a nice place. You can dry out your socks, cook your beans, and you can relax for a little while. But then in the morning, the fire's low. You put the fire out, put some water on it, throw some dirt on it. You put all the sticks and all the sort of the stones back where they were. Make sure it's extinguished really, really well, of course. And then you sort of sweep away all the debris, all the dust, all your footprints. It's like you were never there. And then you keep moseying on, right? You keep going forward. You keep slow and steadily making progress through your life. So the Four of Wands is that card that's saying there's some aspect of your life right now where you kind of like spirits, I don't know, it's almost like the High Priestess is the hostess of the party and saying, it's getting kind of late, Leo. Don't you want to be getting on about now? And you're just still there with your feet up, like hanging out, and it's like the party's over. It's time to go. It's almost like we've stayed too late at the party. So I feel there's some aspect of your life that you're just kind of like sort of clinging to with the four, right? Kind of holding on to something. We need to let go of that so that we can embrace what's next in the journey. Okay? I want you to hit the like button if this is resonating with you. Okay? And a big thanks to everybody that shares these videos with other people. There are other people that need to hear this too. Yeah. So I think this is that as your general energy, this is the realization. This is probably what your intuition is telling you. That, hey, something is needing to kind of get rolling again, get moving again. In the environment, you have your Hierophant. Okay? I think that whatever this is, you have what it takes to succeed at it. I feel like in your relationship, with the kind of external world, you've learned whatever the lesson is that you are supposed to learn in this place. There's something that you need to go forward into. And again, it's kind of like why it feels like you've been here before. And so it's kind of like there's something that you need to do here in order to kind of learn this lesson and embrace this part or unfold this part of your destiny and continue the process of becoming who you're meant to become. And I feel like the only way that you're going to be able to embrace or claim differently this kind of next step is by letting go of the current energy. Okay? So the Hierophant in the environment to me feels like there's another lesson that you're supposed to be learning. It's kind of like the High Priestess is guiding you through a bunch of rooms in the palace. And you're just kind of stuck in one room thinking, I like it here. This room is comfortable now. And the High Priestess is saying, no, there's another door. And she keeps showing you this door and tugging at your shirt sleeves, you know. And you're saying, no, I don't want to go through that door yet. You know. And so maybe she gives you 5 more minutes. And then she starts tugging at your shirt sleeve again, saying, let's go. Okay? Because there's something else out there that you're meant to learn or discover or embrace. Okay? And I feel that there's kind of like maybe a role that you're meant to step into. Yeah. And I don't know. You got to tell me your interpretation of the Hierophant in the environment. Okay? What is that? It seems like it seems like someone or something with a stature, and it almost feels like you're not ready to face it yet. And I don't know if this is like like a promotion at work, or like going after the big fish in your job, or if this is about you embracing kind of the next step in your career or in your progress or in your maturity, right? Because this kind of feels sometimes like a superior energy to us. And that would resonate with our 7 of Wands here in the obstacle position or the fear, worry, concern position. There's something that you're being asked to step into with truth and confidence and boldness and strength, right? That feels, I hate to say this to you, Leo, but it maybe feels a little bit intimidating. Okay? It feels like you're facing a giant. Okay? Or you're being asked to step into a role that, like, the ego is just saying, I can't do that. Because that's where we are here with these, right? So with these two together, it feels like this is a person, this is a role, this is a situation or an opportunity or a lesson that feels larger than we are. Smarter than we are, faster than we are, something like that. But I think Spirit wants you to face this, and maybe ultimately the Hierophant is you, it's your future, the future you. Okay? Maybe there's another stage of growth that's leading you to this kind of, maybe mastery or expertise in something. Okay. The Hierophant is how you are relating to people, places, and things in your environment. Okay? And I think Spirit is trying to really show you the way to your future, trying to show you what you need to step into. And I believe that it's kind of challenging things. Yeah. I think Spirit is challenging what you thought you knew about yourself. Challenging perhaps the comfortable 4 of Wands that you are sort of, you've set up your camp and you're saying, I like it here. I don't want to leave. Okay. The 7 of Wands in the fear, worry, and concern, this feels like the fear really is the odds. And it feels like there's a big risk. It feels like David and Goliath. It feels like you're stepping up to something that you don't believe you have much of a chance to succeed at. Okay. But the idea behind this card is that you're supposed to feel like the underdog. You're not the overdog, right? You're supposed to feel like the underdog here. And that's what this card really is. It's kind of an underdog energy. And I think that's appropriate in this situation for you. Okay? Because that's a good sign. That is allowing you to realize that, okay, going through that situation is gonna facilitate a lot of growth, because it's challenging. If it were easy, if you were dominating, then you wouldn't really be you wouldn't be growing in any way, right? So it's kind of, it's like challenging you, but in the right way. It's challenging you in a way that will facilitate growth and becoming an expansion. It's really about you stepping forward with boldness and strength. And I don't know what exactly it is. Leave me some comments. Give me your interpretation. Tell me your story, okay? But it is time to step forward, and despite the odds that you perceive, you're stepping forward, and I think you're going to have a much different experience than you thought, but you're stepping into your destiny. Okay? You're accepting your sort of prophecy here. And the 9 of Wands is strength. That is the boldness, that is the resilience. Okay? That is you fulfilling your purpose. We see the sun and the moon conjoined here. And so it is that sort of clarity about your kind of soul's mission, your soul's purpose. You're stepping forward boldly into your destiny. And I believe that you're claiming it. You're not shying away from it. This is somebody who is standing tall, somebody who has that kind of the strength to sort of to face with courage something that is challenging. Now, the other thing I should point out, with the 7 of Wands, this is Mars in Leo. Okay, so it really is a special kind of card for you. It's not necessarily a card of courage. It kind of is, I guess. It's courage in the face of extraordinary odds. Okay? It's the courage in the face of, like, kind of bad odds. Yeah. And kind of doing something anyway, even though you realize that there's a good chance you're not going to win the game. Okay? But it's not about winning the game. It's about who you're becoming as you push yourself through your fear. Okay? Mars in Leo here is just, it is in a way just kind of some brute force. Yeah. And it's just kind of using your will to push through even when you feel like you're smaller than your opponent. Yeah. Whatever the opponent might be for you. Whatever this situation is that kind of makes us feel kind of small and like not very capable. Again, it's kind of an underdog energy. And the underdog just has to be more fierce than everybody else. Okay? So Spirit is kind of encouraging a boldness and a strength. Yeah. And of course, that strength is realized by the 9 of Wands. This is kind of like you have to summon your strength. You have to believe in it. You have to push forward even when you don't feel it. See, this is kind of a weak little, stick up against these very strong 6 wands in the background. See, this is one against the world. And we don't feel like we're really up to the task. This is also one against the world. But look, you're bigger and stronger than those other 6 wands now. You see the similarity in these cards? This is kind of like feeling inferior, but going to do it anyway. But now look, you've grown in stature. Your strength has been summoned. It's been claimed, and there it is. One against the world. Both of these. One is the underdog, one is the conqueror. And so I feel that whatever this is for you, you're going into it feeling like, I can't do it. There's no way. I'm not strong enough. I'm not fast enough, smart enough, whatever. You're going to prove your strength by moving forward. Okay, so claim this, and let's look at the mystery card. I want 6 of Cups. I want any of the Cups cards, really, because you know what we don't have here is water. Why is there no water in the reading? Because this is a situation that you don't feel all that hopeful about. But by going through it, by stepping boldly through this, by shining your light, by being, bold and strong and speaking your truth, claiming your truth, or whatever that air energy is, I think you're inviting all of that love and joy and hope and support. Okay? So I think it's going to show up for you. I expect this to be water energy. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments down below. Let's see. No, it's the Judgment card. It's Spirit saying, wake up. This is, wow. This is a divine doorway. This is the spiritual alarm clock. It's kind of like Spirit saying, no more of this hesitation. Spirit's blowing the trumpet. The angel is blowing the trumpet right in your face, telling you it's time to get up. No more hitting the snooze button. Wow. My goodness. Okay. This is like the drill sergeant saying, we're not sleeping in. It's 5 a.m. Guess what? Rise and shine. Okay. And that's it. This is the rise and shine card. And it is time for you to rise and shine. Okay. No more hesitation. You are being divinely supported right now. You have this divine circle of protection. Okay. And I think this is that love and support for you. I feel like this is something you kind of have to do on your own. I feel like there's no more snoozing. Okay. It's time to rise. It's time to shine. And we're going to do an extended reading as well. We'll do an I Ching hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There is a link in the corner. There's a link in the video description down below. New readings for Leo on Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.